Imagine you're about to pilot a shiny new software project, much like gearing up for a grand adventure in your very own aircraft. The cockpit's gleaming, your team's on board, and you're ready to chart a course onto the next big thing in tech. You turn to your co-pilot, a notoriously indecisive yet brilliant developer, and ask, "So, where to, genius?" Their response, with all the drama of a tech guru unveiling their latest disruptive app, is, not sure. It's a comical reminder that diving into the vast skies of software development without a clear goal is like trying to fly to who knows where. You might end up doing loops over the airport of confusion, burning cash like it's jet fuel, and possibly crash landing in the dense fog of, this isn't what we wanted. A roadmap in software development is your flight plan. It charts out the destinations, keeps you prepared for the "are we there yet?" from stakeholders, outlines what resources you'll need. Spoiler, it's more than just pizza. Helps you decide which features get first-class treatment, and minimizes the chances of your project doing a mid-air U-turn because someone suddenly wants blockchain. Without a roadmap, it's like you're flying a plane through endless clouds that all look exactly the same, hoping to somehow find your milestones. You're actually up in the air, blind, flying the blind. The moment you realize you're lost, the harsh reality sets in. You won't have to wing it for long because you're quickly running out of precious fuel, time, resources, and team morale. So before you know it, you're in a nosedive, facing the finality of either having to perform an emergency landing or crash landing this project, with your goals still way off in the distance and no runway in sight for a safe recovery. Then there's the tricky business of fuel management. Without a flight plan, it's like you're burning through your fuel reserves with no clear destination in sight, hoping you'll somehow make it to safe ground. It's as if you're prepping your aircraft for a sunny beach getaway when you're actually heading into a storm. A complete mismatch in planning. And then there's the turbulence of scope creep. Without a navigational chart, the phrase, "just one more feature," echoes through the cabin until your project expands like a hot air balloon. Drifting far from the streamlined, user-friendly app that you originally charted a course for. It's as if you set off to do a quick flyby and somehow ended up in a round-the-world voyage, without clear waypoints or objectives. How can you tell if you're gaining altitude or just looping back to your starting point? It's like flying through endless clouds without a GPS, hoping you'll eventually spot the runway. Or in this scenario, achieve a successful product launch. So, how do you create a roadmap that avoids all these pitfalls? First, round up your team of digital nomads. Think of this as assembling your brand of merry men and women, except instead of robbing the rich, you're brainstorming features. Each team member brings their own skills. The visionary who dreams in code, the design guru who thinks Comic Sans is a crime, and the project manager who believes every timeline is a flexible suggestion. Decide where you're heading. This isn't just picking a spot on the map, it's envisioning Shangri-La. What's the utopia you're coding towards? A sleek app that changes lives, or maybe doesn't crash during presentation? This step is crucial. Without a destination, you're just on a coding road trip to nowhere, and the only thing worse than being lost in code is being lost in code without a purpose. Now, plot your course. This involves setting up milestones, like those giant balls of yarn or the world's largest frying pans on the side of the highway, but for software. Each milestone is a check-in point. Have we built the world's best logging screen yet? Those are the signs that you're moving in the right direction. Or at least moving. Figure out what you'll need for the journey. This isn't packing sandwiches in a cooler, it's more about ensuring you have enough code juice, developers, creative sparks, designers, and cat herders, project managers, to get you there. And remember, underestimating your supplies is like setting off into the desert with a sippy cup of water. Acknowledge that detours will happen. Maybe you'll encounter the quicksand of unexpected bugs or the siren call of feature creep, luring you into dangerous waters with promises of just one more cool feature. Identifying potential risk is like having a map of all the places you definitely don't want to visit, like the bottomless pit of overambitious deadlines. Kick things off and keep everyone in the loop. Communication is the GPS of your project, ensuring you don't end up driving in circles, debating the existential dread of whether recursion is just a fancy way of saying we're lost. Regular check-ins are like asking for directions, except you're more likely to get a useful answer. Sometimes an unforeseen mountain of technical debt blocks the road ahead, and you'll need to reroute. Flexibility is your all-terrain vehicle, able to navigate around the mudslide of missed deadlines and ford the river of scope changes. Celebrate when you reach your destination, or at least a rest stop that looks close enough. Launching your project is like arriving at your vacation spot and realizing it's even better than the postcards. Sure, the journey was fraught with peril, snacks were lost along the way, and you might have picked up a few bugs, hopefully not bed bugs, but you made it. After you've celebrated, take a moment to look back on the road traveled. What worked well? What sent you careening into a ditch? This reflection is like those vacation photos you take where everyone's smiling and no one remembers the flat tire in the rain. It's a chance to learn and plan an even more epic journey next time. Crafting a software roadmap is about plotting a course through the wilds of creativity and code, armed with nothing but your wits, a team of digital explorers, and a good bug tracker. It's an adventure with all the excitement, peril, and unexpected llama crossings that come with it. Buckle up, set your sights on the horizon, and drive into the sunset of successful project delivery. And remember, the journey is half the fun, especially when you're not stuck in an infinite loop.